What's up? So today I'm actually going to start working on my car channel, which means I need to start working on my car. And I also need to start working on my lighting because you can't see me. I guess I should start recording these videos with that new Google Pixel 6. It's the first smartphone camera for black people.
I always show up as too dark or shiny. 'Cause if you love me, you love all of me.
But anyway, besides that, I'm gonna start working on this car channel, Cars with Kev. So I need to start working on my cars. I only have 2 right now. That'll probably change over the course of the next several days because I typically can't seem to keep cars for a very long period of time. I've gone through several, and I'll actually go through the list with them, or the list of them with you guys in the future. But anyway, today is about the Porsche Macan GTS and actually my SS Camaro, my Camaro SS 1LE. Anyway, whatever. We're gonna go outside, we're gonna check them out, and we're gonna get started on today's project. All right, so we're gonna go out and try to, fuck this. It is cold as shit out here. Hang on, put my hat on. It is fucking freezing. All right. Away we go. All right, so I don't have the luxury of having the garage attached to my house. I have to park over here. So anyway, we'll go check these out and I will clue you in on what we are doing, which you probably already know by the title of the video that I have yet to create. Here we go. What we got today is the Porsche Macan GTS 2018, and I bought this certified pre-owned. I love this car, SUV. I'm gonna call it a car. It's not really an SUV, but whatever. Slightly larger hatchback, there we go, or a 5-door hatchback. And I didn't spec it, I just bought it pre-owned, so it is what it is, but I do like what it is for the most part. What I would have spec differently would be the roof rails. I probably would have spec'd the OEM trailer hitch just for bike racks and things like that, and the door blades being black. Probably would have got different wheels because I don't love the turbo style wheels, but that's neither here nor there because wheels have been ordered and they will be here soon. Looking forward to that. But before I do that, this Camaro has been sitting here for a while, and it's because the last time I drove it, the tire pressure warning sensor told me that I had low tire pressure. So I grabbed my little portable inflator that I got off of Amazon, this little guy right here, and I started pumping up the tires. Well, I pumped up the tire that was low, and I was like, you know what? I might as well just check them all, make sure they're all good because the car's been sitting for a while. So anyway, I get through 3 out of 4, and then I get to the last one, and it starts inflating, but I noticed that it was going for a long time, and you know, the others only needed a few pounds to get to where they needed to be, and this one just kept going, and then I come back and check on it, and it's got less air in it than when I started. So apparently, I think the valve stem is jacked up on it, so what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna take this wheel off, throw it in the Macan, take it to Discount Tire, have them fix it, clean the Macan, then come back and we're gonna work on these door blades because I bought some vinyl wrap. You can see the box down there, maybe, because I'm gonna wrap these door blades instead of not having the door blades I want, or maybe trying to find an aftermarket Porsche part for it and having to take it apart because that's a huge pain in the ass. If you know what it takes to take these door blades off, you know how much of a pain in the ass that can be. So I'm just gonna wrap them and see how it comes out. I thought about doing plastic dip on them, but I don't think the plastic dip's gonna last very long or look that good. So I'm gonna go with wrap. I got a matte black vinyl wrap. I think it's Vivid. And I also have, from a past project, this Avery wrap. This is gloss black. And I know the Avery wrap is super easy to use, but I'll do one side vinyl matte black, see if I like it. Maybe I'll do the other side gloss black and figure out from there, and then just take one off and stick with either matte or gloss, depending on which one I like the best. So let's go ahead and get this tire off, or this wheel and tire off, so I can take a Discount Tire and get it fixed. Cue YouTube working montage music. All right, so the wheel and tire have been removed, and as you can see here, I will take it with me to Discount Tire and have them fix it. Hopefully fix it, because the goal with this is, as you can see, I'll show you here. The goal here is not to really use this tire, because you can tell that we've pretty much gotten the life out of this tire, and it needs to be replaced, and all 4 of them need to be replaced. But what I want to do is get this one fixed, put it back on the Camaro, and then drive the Camaro to Discount Tire and have them do the work, versus having to take all 4 off and then transport them up there and do it myself. So we're gonna load this up. We're gonna head out to Discount Tire and put this in the Macan, and we're gonna get this dropped off so they can fix it, and then we'll move on to part 2. So going through some of the things about this Macan, this Porsche Macan GTS, it's a 2018, and again, I didn't spec it, but this one actually doesn't have the heated steering wheel, which is a little bit of a bummer on days like today, where you can see that it says it's 38 degrees outside. It would be nice to be able to warm this wheel up, but honestly, it's not like that bad. If you're thinking about getting one and it doesn't have heated steering wheel, it'll warm up pretty quick just from you driving it. And as much fun as this thing is to drive, in pretty much every driving scenario, you'll completely forget about how cold the steering wheel is as soon as you turn the key on this thing. It's so much fun. It's a blast. I honestly didn't think it could be this fun. And this is actually going to be a future video about my Macan GTS versus a 911, and how and why I have it versus a 911 being in my garage. Because if anybody, you know, is having this similar conundrum, debate, decision in their head, but they also have a family, they realize a 911 is so impractical, it just doesn't even make sense. We've even gone as far as to try to fit all of us inside of a 911, and it worked, but I also know that it would not be very enjoyable for more than about 0.5 seconds. So we are sticking with the Macan GTS for now. Who knows, a 911 may be parked alongside it soon. But we are on our way to Discount Tire to drop this wheel off, and like I said, we're doing this so that I don't have to take every wheel off and take it up there and let them do the work. And as you can see, well, you can't see now because it's in the back, but I can only fit one wheel in here. So like I said, it's not really an SUV. I don't really see a ton of utility in it, besides the fact that it has 4 or 5 doors, however you want to look at it. That's about as much utility as I'm going to get out of it. It's got an off-road mode, I get it, but you know, I really don't plan on taking this thing off-road. So it is useful, So let's call it a sport useful vehicle, maybe SUV. We're changing the definition here, but we're heading there, and I'm actually going to get them to price out another set of tires for me, because I need to go ahead and get them to get a new set of tires for the Camaro, and I also need to get a set of tires for this, for my new wheels that are coming in next month. And the new wheels are actually, they're 21 by 9, same as the front OEMs, and 21 by 10.5 in the rear. So they're half an inch wider in the rear than OEM. And so my original plan was, I was just gonna go with another set of OEM size tires, 265/40 and 295/35, but I think I wanna go a little bit wider in the rear, and I also want to go a little bit lower on the profile. So I'm going to check with them to see what kind of tires I can get, specifically the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S. I think that's what it is, Pilot Sport 4S or whatever. I want the 4S's for this one. It may be a little bit overkill for what it is and how I drive it, especially for where I'm going. I'm heading to the beach, so I don't really feel like I'm gonna have a ton of fun roads to be pushing this thing on like I would here in the mountains in Georgia and Tennessee. But I'm gonna see if Discount Tire has a super simplified, easy way for me to figure out what size tires I can get in the 4S for the size that I want, for the wheel widths that I have, and most importantly, they match as close as they can overall diameter wise, because this vehicle is all-wheel drive, so you don't want to have that ratio too far off, because it could cause problems with the transfer case, with the front axle and the rear axle spinning at different rotations or revolutions per mile, or rotations per mile over long periods of time. It could cause problems. So even the OEM spec tires are like 4% difference on rotation front to back, so I guess that's within spec for Porsche. So I'm gonna try to find something there, or even closer than that 4% for the next set that I go with. So we'll see what they got. So I guess that just shows if air's coming out.
Yeah.
So were you able to inflate it?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Okay, cool. Huh? I got a few more burnouts left before I take them off. Sweet, I appreciate it. So that was actually quick and easy and painless. I don't remember what time I got here, but it's probably been about 5 minutes from the time I parked, walked inside, and met with the guy who helped me out here. And he said the core of the valve stem was bad, which is what I thought. And he tested it, and then he tightened it, and then he put air in it. I'm good to go. I'm gonna throw this tire back on, this wheel and tire back on the Camaro, and then I'm gonna bring it up here to get all 4 tires replaced with some new meat, so I can start driving that thing again and really putting it through some hard cornering and testing that I will be recording and bringing to you guys. So stay tuned for that. Now, this may turn out to be a bad idea, but since I was out and about, I figured let me stop by the Mazda dealership here and see what cars and trucks they have on the lot. Now, I say that this could be a bad idea is because I probably bought like 3 or 4 different vehicles from them just because of some of the cool shit that they get in stock. I got a ZL1 from them. I think we bought a Lexus IS from them. They actually just redid the dealership and it looks really cool. I haven't been inside yet to see what the inside renovation looks like, but the outside looks really cool and it's way better than what it was last year when they were working out of trailers. So let's go out here and take a look and see what vehicles they have, because the cool thing about this dealership, this lot, is that they showcase their fleet on the front row so that everybody driving down the street heading to the mall can see exactly what they're missing and what they should be coming over here to buy. So you can see here that they got a Super Duty lifted. I gotta see what lift this is, and this looks like he's on gold American Force. Are these American Force? Oh no, these are fuel. All right, so he's got some gold fuel, and these are, what size are these? These are 26s. So he's running 38s on 26s with this Icon suspension. This is probably, I mean, it's got it painted white and everything. I mean, this is probably, I'm gonna guess like a 10 or 12 inch lift. This thing is huge. And like I said, they got it on the main street here so you can see it when you drive by. They got another Super Duty here. This looks like a 20 or better based on the tailgate. And it's been lifted. It's got wheels on it. And that's one of the things they do with a lot of their trucks is when they get them, they take them to All South and get them lifted or leveled and put wheels on them to make them look that much cooler. They got a Bronco here, but they do it to make them look that much cooler. When you want to come buy them, they stand out. But also, it's something that you can roll into the financing that just makes it like, if you want to buy this truck, you're like, man, I want to buy this truck, but you know, these wheels and tires and suspension is probably going to cost you another $5 or $6 grand that you don't necessarily have or want to spend out of pocket. So if they roll it into the deal, the bank will finance it, and it makes their vehicles more attractive because you can get it modded and pay for it monthly on a monthly payment. They got the Escalade here, the new Escalade, and they got this they got plenty of TRXs. They always have TRXs, and they got this fuel, I think it's a Blitz, and I love this wheel. I was actually gonna put it on my Super Duty, but I ended up going with Method Race instead. They got the G-Wagon, we got a 911, that's a 991.2 Cabriolet. They got the G-Wagon, they got a C7, they got the Cayenne GTS, which is a beautiful color. They got an F80 M3, and it looks like it's wrapped in like a pearl white, which is pretty cool. That's what I bought from them. I bought an M3 from them too. It was a Laguna Seca Blue F80 competition that I got from these guys. That's one of the other ones I bought from them. But yeah, this Cayenne looks good. I like that. The GTS has got to be fun to drive. I've never driven a Cayenne. GTR, never drove a GTR either. I'm not a huge GTR fan. I know they're like Godzilla and super powerful and fast and everything, but they don't do anything for me. We got another 911. This is older. I think that's the 997. I think that's the 997. And this is a 2008 Carrera. So that's the base, entry level. Got the Range Rover. Of course, you got a C8. They used to have more C8s. Look at this. It's a Mazda dealership with a Bentley. Was it the Bentayga? Bentley Bentayga 2018 on the lot at a Mazda dealership. But that just goes to show you how they do it over here. and they put it on the front row so that all these people driving by can see what's here. So you see the Bentley pull up. That's actually kind of cool how they got Bentley in the headlights. I never noticed that before. And then they got the C8, which God knows how much they're asking for that. The C8 with the blue interior, partially blue interior, which is kind of cool actually. If you would have told me I got blue interior on my C8, I'd tell you crazy, but looking at that one, it doesn't look that bad. Range Rover, you can tell the Range Rover has been wrapped, so that's not bad. You know, it's like, it's a cool color, but if you want to take it off, take it off. C7, you got a C7 Z06. I would still stick with the C7 over C8. I'm biased. I think the C7 looks better. That's just my opinion. I love the C6. I probably still would grab a C6, but I got that Camaro, so I think I'm good. And then you know, we got the raised OEM raised forged wheels on this GTR. They're probably asking huge numbers for that. It's probably modded too. And then you got this, what are we running? We're running Ferrata Force. See, the wheel looks like it should be forged. No, it says Forge 8. It doesn't say forged. So I bet you it's just like, it looks like a forged wheel, especially with the stamp on it, but it ain't. And so this one, it's got carbon fiber pretty much everywhere. Got the carbon fiber roof, which I'm not really loving this clear coat right here. It doesn't look very good. And you got the black side vents. But what I'm looking for, if anybody can tell, is there's two things missing. So if you look at this car, you would automatically assume, hey, this is a competition. It's got a carbon fiber roof. It's got the black side markings, but it's got the black grille. And let's see if it's got badges on the back. Probably didn't have badges because it got wrapped, so they took them off and they didn't put them back. But it's got black badges. It's got aftermarket exhaust, so you can't tell what exhaust it is. Or maybe that is OEM. It's got different tips. But I don't think this is a competition, because you can see the seats don't have the holes in them on the sides. So there's no holes in the seats that you can stick your hand through, and the seat belts don't have the blue and red stitching with the M colors. So that's an easy way to tell if it's a competition or not, is if you can't really tell from the outside, you look at the seats and the seat belt and you'll know if it's a competition or not. The competition was a ton of fun, but I'm a Porsche fan. I used to be a Honda fan and a JDM fan. Then I moved on to German cars and realized how much better German cars are overall, especially as you get older. They're like, the Japanese cars are built well, but the German cars are built better. They're more comfortable, they're more prestigious, they're more luxurious, they're way faster, bigger engines, more power. Honda has actually kind of let me down. I had a 2021 Type R, and it was fun, but you need power. You need tons of power. You need ash, you need rear wheel drive, all wheel drive, you need exhaust sounds, you need all that. And you know, I had a base Cayman 981. It looked just like this one. I don't know if I could tell if this was the one I had or not, but I had a 20, I think I had a 16. That's a 16. I don't know, it's tough. I really like this car. Oh, it's a 15. I really like this car. Even with a base, with the smaller engine and down on power, it was a ton of fun to drive. And the sound of the engine was like the exhaust, the engine note, but like what you would hear out of the intake sitting right here it was really enjoyable. It actually brought me back to the Honda days on how good VTEC sound, like when I had a DC2 Type R. I just loved the way that engine sounded. But I will say, one of my pet peeves with this 981 is this this wing, this little spoiler. It never really sits right. It never really sits flush like it's supposed to when it's closed, and that really bugged me all the time, really. I know it's a small little minor detail, but it was kind of annoying. But I still love the car. But that's the thing, that's what I'm saying. Like, once I started driving Porsche, I realized how much better Porsche was than pretty much everything else. Now, pretty much everything else that I had driven. So I'll say that it's better than BMW because my F80 M3, what I didn't like about it was the DCT. I like the DCT. I really liked the DCT when I had an E92 M3, but the DCT in the F80, it was too slow. Especially after having experienced the PDK in a Cayman and Porsche's PDK, I realized how much better it can be. Like, it is the best dual clutch transmission that I have driven. Now, I haven't driven a Ferrari and I haven't driven a Lamborghini, so I don't know about those, but a PDK left to its own device in pretty much automatic mode is the fastest thing that, like, there's no reason why you would want to shift it. Like, I don't. I just leave it in automatic because it's fast as hell. It's quick as shit.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Come get some. I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
And it makes the engine make different sounds that it wouldn't normally make, that you can't make with a manual because you can't shift that fast. The PDK, I was told, it actually has the next gear selected before you even switch gears, which is how it's able to switch gears so quickly. So that's just that. And I'm getting distracted here because this Escalade is sitting up here on the ramp. So they got the white one over there, they got the black one up there. That one's pretty cool looking. But anyway, but this, I'm not gonna say that this channel is gonna be like Porsche fanboy channel, but Porsche is like on the top of my list right now for style, performance, speed, looks, value, comfort, quality. Porsche's really stepping it up. We got the headquarters here south of Atlanta that we can utilize, that we've actually been to. My brother went down there and took out his GT3. That was a lot of fun. We got this, what is this, an S550, got a W222. Sitting on 22s, beautiful. I like it. I love this car. You got the Pilot Sport 4S's, and I actually had one of these in black. I'll show it to you on a different video, but I got rid of it. I actually traded it for the Cayenne, not the Cayenne, the Macan. I traded it for the Macan. Look at this Ram jacked up. They got another G-Wagon over here, money green. You gotta have money to buy that. That's the right color for it. I bet that thing's 250, 300,000, who knows? I don't even know how much they cost, but I know that right now they're high as hell, regardless, just because all vehicles are jacked up in price. But this dealership never really lets me down on what they have out here. I think these might be employee cars. You got the Hellcats over there, but they never let me down. And they're actually tied in. There's a mini dealership over there. This is owned by Hendricks. So the reason why they're able to pull this off is because they have access to the Hendricks lineup, and they can pretty much work deals with all the Hendricks dealerships to get the best cars they want here at this lot because of their location and having that visibility on the main street. All right, so here we are again. I got cut off before because I ran out of space on my memory card. So anyway, we're back at the house now. I got the wheel and tire for the Camaro, and it is ready to go. It is sitting right here so you can see, and it has pressure now. It is completely toast and needs to be replaced. But the beauty of it is now we can put it back on the car and then just drive the car up to Discount Tire and let them swap the tires. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out and get this ready to be put back on the Camaro. So. But my lovely assistant here is going to help me record putting this wheel back on the Camaro.
Okay. gotta turn it, right? You know what happens? You turn it.
Yeah. Like twist it.
Oh shit. I twisted very quickly.
All right, so now I will snug these. I'm not torquing them. I don't have a torque wrench, but I think I can gauge pretty much how tight they need to be. And the Camaro will be ready to go to Discount Tire to get 4 new tires after maybe one last vicious burnout to smoke these off. But in the meantime, we can get
In between time?
distracted by reasons why you love the Camaro.
Oh, reasons why I love the Camaro with no makeup on it and my hair looking like total doo-doo. Reasons why I love the Camaro is because it is aggressive as fuck. It is so loud and it's so big and it's so much fun. It has a lot of sound because it's cammed. Because it has Borla exhaust, right? Corsa, do it every time. Corsa exhaust, it's cammed, it's loud as shit. The best part about it is it's manual. It's not some boring ass automatic that, you know, has sound and.
What's probably even better about it is the fact that she's talking about it and looking at a wooden wall.
Oh,
or a
my
stud
bad.
frame
I don't know
wall
what's happening.
that is not conducive to
Yeah, not conducive to whatever. It's because I look like absolute trash.
distracted with the stripes.
My favorite thing is, you said the stripes? Okay, well then if we're gonna do that, my least favorite thing is the stripe. My least favorite part of the car is the stripe. I'm not a fan of the stripe. It is what it is. I'm a fan of literally everything else about the car though. My favorite part about it, honestly, is because it is a manual, it is cammed, it is loud as shit, it is fast, it is fun, and it's a girl driving it when I'm behind the wheel. So I like pulling up to people at red lights or anywhere else and they look at me like, what the? So for me, it's kind of like a little power trip, ego trip, whatever. It's fine, I don't mind saying it.
You can put it over here.
Oh.
You can put it anywhere.
See what's happening because of the sun.
So this vinyl so far sucks. But the reason why we have this is because Hex's matte vinyl was sold out. There's a vinyl shortage. I can already tell you right now, I can see why there's so many negative reviews about this vinyl on Amazon. Like this bubble just keeps coming back. I have zero confidence in this and don't really want to waste.
How easy that came off.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, this now has become instead of an install video, it is now a review of this trash piece of vinyl.
Yeah, I advise against it. I'm gonna go with the old gloss black Avery instead.
Immediately you can see the difference in the clean. visually from back here. Massive difference.
5 years old?
Which is why I forgot about it, because it was so long ago that we tried to wrap the 335.
Two hours later.
Anyway, so as you can see, the front door has been wrapped, or at least the blade of the front door, the door blade has been wrapped. And we ended up going with the gloss black Avery vinyl because this Vivid chip is just that as shit. So quick and easy way to change the color of your door blade, especially if your Macan doesn't have the door blade color option already selected. I'm gonna rip it off because it ain't perfect, but it did what I needed to do to tell me whether or not I like it or not. So I'll redo all 4 of them and I'll show you it when it's all done.